told you I got some of the craziest testimonies from when I was on drugs. And I don't tell these testimonies to brag about anything because I hate the person that I was. But here's another story about how I robbed somebody. You know, I just told a story. I just did a video on how I robbed my coworker when I used to be a security guard. I went back up there and I was still working and I robbed him, right? And go watch that video. But this is about, I was living in this house. I was homeless, right? And I was living in this house that was a transitional house to us finding regular housing. This was years ago, but I was on crack at the same time, right? And I like I told y'all, I was a monster on crack. I would do anything outside of some crazy ass gay shit, you know, but I would do anything else that it took. If somebody said we can break in this house or somebody said we can go rob this person, I was down for it. I never thought about the consequences, right? So one night I was out smoking crack and it was one guy living at the house and he was working and I knew he had some money and stuff like that. So I had my own room and I was in my room and I was out of crack and I was wondering, and, you know, if you don't know that when you're out of crack, man, it's like you're about to lose your mind and you're willing to do pretty much whatever it takes to get some more crack. And that's the mindset I was in. So it was really a demonic mindset. So I was thinking to myself, how can I get some more money? Who can I rob? And I thought about the guy that lived in the other room, right? So what I did was I left out of my room. I went around the side and I knew he kept his window open. I climbed up. He was asleep. I knew he wanted to sleep early, right? So I climbed up through his window. I had a knife. I jumped in the window, jumped on him. Now, it was dark in there. And in my mind, I didn't even care if he knew who I was, right? So I robbed this guy and I take his money, right? So I jump back out the window. It sounds kind of crazy and creepy right now. I jump back out the window. I'm going to the crack house and down there smoking crack, and I'm out all night. So the next morning, you know, we get up and at this house, you all eat at the same time. There's meal times, right? So it was breakfast, and I get up for breakfast after I've been out all night. I get up and go down for breakfast, and I'm sitting right across from this guy, and he's looking at me right in my eyes, and he like, I know it was you that robbed me last night, right? And it's like, I'm sitting there like, I don't give a F if you know that it's me. And it's the mindset, like I said, it's nothing to do with being tough. It's nothing to do, you know, although I've been in some situations where I had to be tough, this was not about being tough. It's about how crazy I was to think that it's okay to rob the dude that's living in the same house as me and to turn right back around and sit at the same table with this dude and have breakfast and look at him like this. It was me, you know, and just one of the crazy stories, man, of my crack life. I got a million stories of some of the crazy mess that I used to do, but I'm thankful that I didn't get killed and that I'm still here.